So just listen to this. I think this is quite brilliant about the weird dislike of Prince Harry and his wife and where it comes from.
The story of Cinderella is so familiar to us, it's easy to assume we know everything about it.
Pay attention, this is really important.
It's about a woman who faces adversity head-on.
Because I felt pennies dropping as never before.
Painting Cinderella as no more than a damsel in distress.
I think she's explaining her experience of it, and you know what? We've not walked in her shoes.
And blames the victim of emotional and physical abuse for being unable to escape her situation.
And a lot of people are unhappy with the observation that her ethnicity is one of the most obvious reasons to distinguish between her and other female members of the royal family.
Let's look at the way she has been compared to, let's say, Kate.
Positive stories about Kate and negative about Meghan. And they said, look, proof, it's racist.
Yet the very people that don't want to see it or can't see it choose not to see it.
Imagine a society founded on a class structure with the brackets white, close brackets, British royal family at the top as determined by birth and by blood.
There's a lot of people who felt that we shouldn't have black blood mingling with blue blood of the royal family.
Her dancing with the prince! Well, why not?
A biracial woman enters the top of the pyramid by marriage, negating both the birth and blood requirements. Because she lacks those prerequisites, she's considered unworthy.
There ain't no black in the Union Jack.
Meghan and Harry discussed feeling not supported by the royal family from attacks in the UK tabloids.
And if a member of his family will comfortably say, we've all had to deal with things that are rude and racist are not the same.
And they say the attacks on them were different because of race.
I don't think people want to hear about what a tough time they've had.
We witness a truly disturbing scene of abuse when Cinderella's stepsisters rip the clothes from her body.
A column that was written today by Jeremy Clarkson calling on people to have her stripped naked and throw excrement on her in the street.
Not my idea of what oppression looks like, but there we are, each to their own.
And what gets me is, I'm sorry, Piers, you don't get to call out what is and isn't racism against black people.
How many people of colour are there in the royal family? How many people?
Meghan Markle.
How many people are getting dogs abuse?
I don't have to imagine it, that's what we've got. It's not a matter of opinion, that's a matter of historical fact.
She escapes her abusive family to start a new one that will reflect her values and understanding of what a positive, loving environment can be.
Meghan, how do you feel about being part of two broken families?
Was the move about getting away from the UK press, because the press is, is everywhere, or was the move because you weren't getting enough support from the firm?
It was both.
Their departure is considered a rejection of the pyramid as a construct, thus a rejection of the society itself. After years of being told that she was unworthy and ungrateful, the newlywed took the crier's advice and returned from whence she came.
The one thing that could free her from this abusive household.
The town criers called out, these are direct quotes from prominent columnists and commentators.
I hate what she's done to the royal family and to the monarchy and to the reputation of Britain. Absolutely trashing this country as a racist country with a racist institution at the head of it. So yeah, I see real damage in what Meghan Markle and Harry have both done.
The loudest gossip monger was impossible to ignore as he oafishly admonished her to go back to America.
So you felt bullied on an international level.
But at the top of the pyramid, the cries were met with silence.
What kind of grandmother would be so close to her grandson, Harry, but then not use her power and influence as queen to protect them?
Queen decides all the titles.
And they expected perhaps to get some support and protection from the boss.
So what she was basically saying is the Queen's a racist who stopped Archie being a prince because of his skin colour.
Hold up. There's a conversation with you.
With Harry.
About how dark your baby is going to be? Who is having that conversation? And you're not going to tell me who had the conversation?
I think that would be very damaging to them.
I personally am looking at the royal family as to which one could
Who's
it be?
the racist, yeah.
Who's the racist?
If, for argument's sake, it was William or Charles. We don't know. And part of the problem, and I know you agree with me about this, it'd be easier if they just said who it was.
Right.
If it turns out that a senior member of the royal family, a future king perhaps of this country, said this in a derogatory way We can't have a racist king.
Everyone's acting like they're fully surprised. I can't say that I'm fully surprised to hear these allegations.
There was a brooch, I think, worn by one of the royals at an early meeting with the Duchess of Sussex. But have a look yourself.
Racism isn't always caught on camera. Racism isn't always a black man led on the floor with a white police officer's knee in his neck.
Listen, you might learn something. The royal family as an institution is rooted in white supremacy and racism.
And my loyalty is to the Queen, to Prince Charles and Camilla, to the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge.
And there will be people that will treat Harry and Meghan differently because they've spoken out.
For society to maintain order, she must be reclassified and her elite status removed. The only thing that will reclassify her is to remove her from her husband.
We actually have some breaking news. The couple were involved in a car chase while being followed by photographers. It did call the incident, quote, near catastrophic, as you will remember that Harry's mother, Princess Diana, was killed in a crash while being chased by paparazzi decades ago.
And the society has been working diligently, though unsuccessfully, to that end since the day they learned that Harry and Meghan were a couple. I think that's among the most powerful words you've ever heard on this programme. And I'm not sure that you can argue with a single syllable of it.